What is going on, guys? Welcome back. I teased it earlier. Probably didn't expect it to happen tonight, but here we are, the Maryland Academy Mingos. Take a look at our beloved Mingo logo. Need your help, though. Do we go with the pink face mask or the white? I think the white is really clean. So much customization in this game, though. Kind of the Bret Hart-esque uniforms with the black on pink. And then I love the color rushes the NFL does, so I went with the super clean white on white with the pink socks and black numbers for the away. I think it looks great with the black helmet as well. Kind of went back and forth on pink helmets and white helmets, but I think I like the black helmet overall. If you've never played this game, right there is what you live and die by, how your college is viewed, whether it's coaching reputation, media reputation, resume, playoff success. That's what has all these players attracted to your school. Now, I'm going to show you the top 5 or 6 players and how they respond to my academy. But more realistically, we have to focus on depth in these 1,000 players and aim for the 200th, 300th, 150th best player. We're looking for that diamond in the rough. And right now, I'm just looking for players to stand out, whether it's reps, whether it's 40-yard dash. There's another player has incredible, like a 41-inch vertical. I'm just trying to find players that have the ability to come on and be playmakers. So we're just going to do halfbacks, wide receivers, defensive backs, and then I'm going to show you how you actually go through and work recruiting. I've seen a couple people do this different ways. My line of thought has always been picking out some of the players I feel like can make the team and then spending all of the time recruiting those players. I've also seen people go in and check a whole bunch of players, maybe 20, vaguely focus on each one. So when we talk about, having a big program, you have these players here that would normally respond to you, but being a smaller program, they won't. So this ultimately becomes a barometer that it's probably going to be, from 50 to 80 on back that may just start to talk. You can see, though, not enough interest to have a visit. You go through and you try to unlock some of their interest and try to determine what you need to work on to either A, get that student to come to your college, or B, try to improve their ability to accept where you are. So for these players that I really don't believe we're going to have a chance at, I'm just letting the assistant coach handle the calling duties. The players that I do believe that are going to be able to show up, I'm going to go ahead and handle it myself. And like I said, what I personally like to do is go through and unlock everything, get a good assessment of where they are, and then you can start to use your sales pitches on them to try to get them to come to your school. And every one of these, they respond kind of, I don't want to say a whimsical way, but every way they kind of respond a different way. In that case, I go ahead and hang up on them. But obviously, I'm doing that because you can get to a position where you try to sell the player so much that they're just tired of hearing you, and they get done with you. So you take a look at where these players are and just trying to determine, of this core group, where I am and where I need to improve to even get them here. So this player here, obviously another one that I could schedule a visit with, and we'll do that later on. But I think before we do that, we really have to determine which players we want. And if not, I understand the thought process is, well, you're wasting a lot of time doing this. But here you can see I'm going in, I'm trying to influence these players that are low, because Duran Crank is a player that I want. And as I'm doing this, I get to the point where I feel like I kind of have to hang up because I don't want him to hang up on me. So I know that during the course of the year, some of these things I may not be able to change in the program. May not be able to change the degree of reputation. May not be able to change the fandom that the team has. So my best option is to either start to progress my team better or go specifically to the athlete and try to push on them what I'm doing. And as you see here, you do it too much, whether you're doing a soft sell, a hard sell, or just trying to influence their interest. In a realistic way, they'll get to the point where they just don't want to hear what you have to say and walk away. So to me, that's where part of the depth comes in, part of the team building. And that's what makes this game interesting, is trying to go through and looking at everyone individually and how much they matter in terms of, do you really want to bring them on your team and spend this amount of time? Because again, you see now we're only down to 1 hour and 45 minutes left. Which ones do I want to devote the most time to? Because ultimately, if they're not interested enough in my school, it's all going to be for naught, and I've wasted all this time, not just only, playing the game, but also in recruiting to get a player that ultimately isn't going to be coming to my team anyway. But I also don't want to go to players that are awful, that don't bring anything to the table, but know that if at least I go through this, now that I'm out of time, they would be able to sign. So with that said, we're going to get into the first game next, but there's a look at some of the recruiting. Appreciate you checking this out, and I will be back very shortly with more commentary.